All right, Matt, who's the greatest band of all time?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I could name you five right now.
Let's hear it.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Fuel, Foo Fighters, Van Halen. Actually, I could probably name you 10 now that I think about it. AC/DC, Soundgarden, Disturbed, Five Finger Death Punch. At least this is my opinion. Slipknot.
That's a good one.
Nirvana.
I got a Slipknot poster right behind Matt, actually.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
If you guys don't know, you guys obviously can't see it, but
Yeah, because it's out of frame. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, dude.
So that's your top. So I didn't hear you say Metallica. I also didn't hear you say the Rolling Stones.
You know what? Dude?
All right, so
They're up there for me. I do listen to them.
so today, me and Matt are going to discuss the greatest bands of all time. What is the greatest band of all time? There's so many. There's so many to choose from. I mean, you can start at the Beatles, who's normally at people's top list. You can go to AC/DC. You can go to Guns N' Roses. You can go to Metallica, who's right behind me. You can go
Alice in
to
Chains.
Nirvana, who?
Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains, probably the greatest grunge band there is. The Who,
Yeah.
The
Who.
Doors, Jim Morrison.
Three Doors Down.
Three
you know,
Doors
if
Down's
you're into
good,
that,
yeah.
Yeah.
There is a lot. There is plenty. I mean, there's Aerosmith as well.
You know who I think is a slept-on band though?
Leonard Skinner, who?
Trapped.
Trapped.
is good. Yeah.
That's more of yeah, they're not bad. I personally I only know like two songs by them,
I like Trapped though.
but I was they had made Headstrong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who they are. Um, but we can also sit here and discuss the greatest solo musicians of all time. But I think bands are more of they impacted us more,
Yeah.
especially
I
our
agree.
parents, especially our parents.
Yeah, rock bands especially. Yeah.
Now there's so many genres when it comes to rock, hard rock, alternative, metal.
Metal.
Metal, you can say, is somewhat rock. New metal. New metal is bands like Slipknot, bands like Korn, bands like Linkin Park, bands like I guess Mudvayne will be new metal.
Ooh yeah.
I guess Stained would be somewhat new metal.
Yeah.
They have new metal. They started as new metal.
Yeah,
Korn,
they
I
did,
said Korn,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Who else would be new metal? I can't even think of anything off the top of my head. I wouldn't. Would Disturbed be new metal, or is that just metal?
I think that's just metal.
I don't
Five
know.
Finger Death Punch is metal.
I feel like Disturbed's new metal.
I'm not sure.
Dude, remember back when Bring Me the Horizon first started? They were sort of new metal as well.
Yeah.
Now they're like some I don't know, some techie band. But all right, we're talking about the greatest bands of all time. Let's not get off topic here. We're also did we say Led Zeppelin too? Obviously,
No.
Led Zeppelin is up there. I think that's a big one that
Yeah,
we left out. We should be ashamed of ourselves.
Aerosmith?
Aerosmith.
Yeah.
I did. I'm pretty sure I said that.
Would you consider Van Halen one of the greatest bands of
Yes,
all time? In the
I
80s?
would.
Yeah.
I would. I think my dad's favorite bands of all time is my dad's favorite band of all time is Metallica.
Yeah. That's a lot of people's, yeah.
We're young. I'm 22. Matt's the same age, and we grew up listening to music our parents listened to.
We were brought up the right way.
Yeah. So, what bands did you grow up listening to from your dad?
Foo Fighters for me. Foo Fighters, Van Halen. Honestly, Fuel. Fuel is another
Fuel?
one, yeah.
What's that one song? Simmer or Shimmer? Shimmer.
And Hemorrhage.
Yeah. Oh, and you had a bad day again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said I would not understand.
What else is there? Because your mom and your dad both have great music taste, and your brother's only like 2 years older than you, and he has a good taste in music too.
Yeah, he listens to more like 70s and 60s, which is still good.
Like
you know what I mean?
like Elvis or something like
Yeah,
that?
he listens to Elvis, yeah.
Or like Johnny
He
Cash.
listens to like Frankie Valli and the
Frank Sinatra.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Frank Sinatra. He loves Frank. He can actually do a pretty good.
Yeah, my
impression, too.
my pop likes Frank Sinatra a lot as well.
Anyway, back to bands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Foo Fighters. Grew up in the back of my
Dave
dad's
Grohl.
truck listening to it. You know what I mean? Like, the thing I feel like is underrated about music is that it holds so much memories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my
you
God,
hear
yeah.
you hear a
That's-
song, you think of the exact moment you heard it, and who you were with. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it can remind you of a person. Like Alzheimer's.
I'm happy you said
like,
that, actually, man.
Alzheimer's, like it could bring back memories for people with
Does,
Alzheimer's.
bro. I read about that.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. It's nuts what music can do. Like,
I'm happy you said that, bro. That's really good you said that, because music really does bring back a lot.
and I feel like it brings people together too.
It
Like,
brings
look at-
people
look
together.
Look at gigantic venues like the Link. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like 70,000 people are all
It's
together singing
an
the same
emotional touch. It grabs you. Family memories, emotional memories. It brings back people who've passed away, like like I mean, when I'm trying to think of a band. Whenever I think of Metallica, or I listen to Metallica, I think of my dad. Or whenever I listen to "Creep" by Stone Temple Pilots, I
Yeah.
think of my dad too.
Great song.
Because that was like, my dad loves that song. Mm-hmm. Or who else? I mean, My Chemical Romance. I think of my mom. My mom loves that stuff. Or Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
I think of my mom too. Marilyn Manson's crazy. Nirvana, Kurt Cobain. Think of my mother as well. My mother. But I mean, if I had to say like bands that I grew up listening to though, from my mom and my dad, my mom, she grew up listening to bands, but a lot of it was Eminem.
Yeah.
Of course. My dad was, Metallica, AC/DC, The Who, Leonard Skinner.
Oh, dude.
Who
You
else am I
actually
doing?
reminded me of something.
Who?
My mom went to go see the Gin Blossoms live with my aunt, I think. Dude, they're a great band too. I don't know if a lot of people know about the
Gin Blossom?
The Gin Blossoms.
Gin Blossom. I think I've heard of them.
Yeah, I played songs all the time in the car
I think I heard of them.
when you were with me. So,
Who else is there? The Beatles.
oh yeah, Beatles.
This
Beatles
is
are
just
up
stuff
there.
I grew up on. I grew up listening to with my, parents, because they grew up listening to them. They were in that era, or in that generation. Me and you weren't.
Yeah,
We're in a generation of talking about just complete stuff I don't even want to say on this podcast, of music and horrible rap and auto-tunic trash. It's
fake,
horrible.
It's fake music. Like
It's
it,
so
it
bad.
honestly is a disgrace to rock. You know what I mean? In comparison, like rap has nothing on rock, in my opinion, because you hear each strum of the guitar. You
100%
hear the
agree with
drums
you.
going. You
100%
hear
agree
the
with you.
cymbals.
I can't stand people that I'll be like, yo, put on something good. They'll put on like not coming at like Lil Durk or like Little Baby
it all
or
just
any
sounds the
rappers like
same.
that, because I've used to listen to all those guys. But what I'm saying is, rock, metal, new metal, all genres like that, man, they take talent. They all hit differently. When you show someone metal, show someone Slipknot, right?
Yeah.
Show them Slipknot's heaviest song, their heaviest song. They'll look at you and like, yo, this shit is crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, they're screaming or like,
Like they're screaming their asses off.
yeah.
Like
but they don't understand that it takes talent. Like, in order to get a screaming metal voice, dude, you need to practice. You need to practice and practice. You're not just gonna go on a song and be like, yo, welcome to the party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then blow up from a track at 20 years old and then instantly blow up like that. You know, that's not how it was, and that's how it is nowadays.
And the big thing for me, at least, like that I notice with rap, you know what I mean? Like it all just sounds the same. You know what I mean? And what they rap about
Yeah.
is horrible. You know what I mean? Like we're
Drugs,
talking about
girls,
like killing people.
Killing people.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's all the
bad.
same thing. And a lot of rappers have came out and be like, but we don't actually do that stuff. That's not actually us. We don't actually roll like that. So
Yeah.
it's like,
So it's
okay.
like, why do you rap
so I
about
guess
that
you're
in the
just
first
trying
place?
to like, because
Because
I
it's
guess
the
it's
algorithm.
just they're gaining something from it. If they have hundreds of people asking them why you rap about that, dude, then it's working because they have hundreds of people that care. And that means they have hundreds of people that are actually listening as well. We are getting completely off topic, but that's okay. This is a podcast. But so yeah, we were just discussing we left off at talking about music that we came up listening to with our moms, our dad.
With family.
We have more than one mom and dad with family, right? So I love Elvis. You know, I love old school music like that. You know, 50s, 60s, because my grandpa, my pop, my mom's dad, he got me into all that stuff when I was growing up. I actually, fun fact, I played Elvis in a play in like first grade. It was pretty awesome. I have recordings of it. My mom has it. But yeah, so I'm a huge Elvis fan. I've always been my whole life. But personally, what is the greatest band of all time? In my eyes, see, we can say the easy way. We can go the Beatles.
Nah,
I'm going a route and saying there will never, ever, ever be another band like Metallica. I'm going at it and I'm saying it. Metallica is the greatest band of all time. But Metallica also is the greatest metal band of all time as well. Now, you can stop me right there and say, are they the greatest band in general of all time, or are they just the greatest metal band of all time? But there's so many different genres of metal. There's heavy metal, there's new metals, death metal, there's so much metal when it comes of rock nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I gotta give it to Metallica. Probably throw Led Zeppelin in there. Me, personally, I can go all day listening to AC/DC.
Yeah.
But that is my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. That's my opinion. Now I'm all here. I'll sit here for hours, and now I want to hear your opinion, Matt.
I think my favorite band of all time would have to be Queen. Because Freddie Mercury's vocals are unbelievable. I mean, look at Live Aid, you know, like that atmosphere, like the live footage is nuts. Like,
yeah, that movie was great.
Yeah,
that
Bohemian Rhapsody, yeah, that was a great movie. If you haven't watched it, you might be living under a rock.
So Queen's your favorite band of all time?
Yeah.
So that's your opinion. But if you had to name another band that you just have to give props to, right? Who is it? Because that's your opinion.
Probably Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
I would say Aerosmith, yeah.
All right. No, I like it. I mess with it because you're going after you're saying a band that a lot of people wouldn't say, and I kind of like I wouldn't say they're underdogish, but not a lot of people would say
it's because
if I went to someone that said who's the greatest band of all time, and they said Aerosmith, not a lot of people would straight up come out and say Aerosmith. People would say Metallica, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner. You know.
I mean, but you got to think of how much they're played on the radio. And,
yeah.
like, everybody knows who they are.
Like, I don't
want to
Like,
Janie's Got a Gun.
Thing. Yeah.
Like, Janie's Got a Gun. That's always playing on the radio at my job.
And what about I Don't Want to Miss a Thing? That's Aerosmith.
Yeah. And Sweet Emotion.
Sweet Emotion. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I like it. I like it a lot.
And fun fact, in Sweet Emotion, I think it's called a vibra slap or something like that. Like that thing that goes, like it vibrates a hell of a ton. That actually broke during their recording session. And they still used it, yeah.
Wow.
Like, you'll hear it go, like...
Wow.
Like, you'll hear the difference.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, guys, that's our favorite bands of all time. I'm just hoping I mentioned Nirvana in there, right?
Yeah, you definitely did about
for
6
sure
times.
Did, probably, yeah. All right, guys, well, thank you guys for watching. Let us know your favorite bands and who you think is the greatest band of all time in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We always love talking about random stuff. So, yeah.
All right.
All right. See
Peace
you
out,
later,
guys.
guys.